Good evening, Ed. What was the last freebie you got, and how did you get it?
Alright, so I've been a Radiohead fan for quite some time. I even own Amnesiac on vinyl. So I thought I'd make a video ranking every Radiohead song, from my least favorite to my personal favorite. Before I begin, I will not be including any B-sides or outtakes from EPs or reissues or whatever. I'm only ranking songs released on their studio albums, from Pablo Honey to A Moon-Shaped Pool. And also, this list is only just my opinion, so don't get mad at me. Yeah. But without further ado, it's time to rank all 101 Radiohead songs. I think this is objectively the worst Radiohead song. It's just 30 or so seconds of ambient synths and whatnot, and it's only really interesting because it's a hidden track. At 100, we have the first song on this list from Pablo Honey, widely considered to be the band's worst album. This song is awful. The vocals are really bad, and the lyrics are pretty dumb. I especially hate the chorus vocals, the "How do you?" It sounds so bad, as well as Tom's very unpleasant and out-of-tune singing/yelling in the second verse. This song just kind of sucks. It doesn't go anywhere, it sounds really flat, and overall it's just not interesting. This one is a little more interesting than Feral. I really like the percussion, but overall the song just kind of sounds strange for a Radiohead song. Nothing in this world will keep it down. This song is kind of cool, but it's just wasted where it is on the album. Overall, I think Pablo Honey's first half is pretty overhated, but the second half kind of makes me understand why the album is considered their worst album, because it has 5 songs in a row that all sound exactly the same, just very uninteresting sounding clean guitars with a couple heavy moments sprinkled in there. Take what I said about the last song and apply it here. This is the first of 5 songs in a row on Pablo Honey's back half that all sound basically the same, and I think it's even worse than both I Can't and Vegetable. The only reason this song is higher than those two is it's at least somewhat interesting. A lot of people praise this song, and I just don't get it. I think this is probably the most overrated Radiohead song. This song sounds really cool. I love the super bassy, speaker-shattering IDM drum beat, but besides that, it goes on for far too long. The vocals don't fit, and the lyrics are dumb, just talking about doors, and I tend to either stop paying attention to the song or just skip it entirely after about a minute into it. This song is boring. It tries way too hard to sound creepy and unsettling. The lyrics are kinda cool, but the song overall just isn't very good. The song kinda works as a penultimate track. It kinda gives off the vibe that we're near the end, but the song isn't that memorable. Same thing with Lurgy. I think it does a fine job at feeling like your journey with the Bends is almost over, and I do like the vocals, although at times it does kind of sound like Tom is trying way too hard to hit these really high notes. But the worst part about this song is that it doesn't do a good job at leading into Street Spirit. This song is okay, but it's just kind of boring, and I guess it's trying to convey a positive message, like just be you no matter what people think or whatever, but it feels pretty forced, and it's just not all that interesting from a musical standpoint. This is my least favorite song off of OK Computer. I get what it's trying to do with the whole creep me atmosphere and the lyrics about paranoia and whatnot, and it is pretty interesting, but I hate Tom's vocal on this track, and the distortion on his voice sounds really bad. I just don't feel that invested with this song, except for the lyrics and Tom's fantastic scream at the end. This is a fine interlude, but it goes on too long. This song is okay, but I don't think it's that interesting, and the climax of the song is kinda beautiful, but I don't think it's that good of a closer, to be honest. Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Sailor, Rich Man, Poor Man, Beggar Man, Thief. That is a mouthful of a title. This is my least favorite song off of A Moon-Shaped Pool. I mean, you could just remove this song from the album and it wouldn't impact it at all unless you really like this song.
Like a cat tied to a stick.
This is a much better interlude than Tree Fingers. The only reason I rank this song higher than Fitter Happier is because I think it does a better job at being immersive. Take what I said about hunting bears and apply it here. I like this song, but I think it goes on a little too long, and I vastly prefer the version heard in the most gigantic lying mouth of all time. I have no clue as to why I rank this song so high. I just really like the shoegazy sounding chords. I like the sound of this song, but honestly, I think it's pretty forgettable. This song sounds really interesting and spacey, but I think the vocals are kind of annoying. I really like the sound of this song. It's very beautiful, and it's a good, pleasant listen. I really like the sound of this song, but I think compared to the rest of the tracks off of Moon-Shaped Pool, this one is kind of forgettable. I have the same issue with this song as I do Identikit. It sounds very cool, but compared to everything else on the Bends, it's just very forgettable. This song is pretty overrated in my opinion. A lot of people say this is like the best song on the Bends, and to me it actually kind of reminds me of Pablo Honey. The outro to this song is really good, and same with the subject matter, but overall I don't think this song is really as good as people say it is. Now I know what you're thinking, but no, this song is not this high because of This song is just a nice listen, although I don't really like to hear Tom singing about jerking off. This is a really nice, somber, atmospheric sounding song. I think this song sounds really cool, and I love the lyrics, although it's definitely missing Colin's bass line from the Basement version. I really like the Amnesiac version of Morning Bell. I love the orchestra of it, and I love how dark and horrifying it sounds. I don't mind its inclusion, but I think the Kid A version's better. I love the somber and also sweet yet dark sound of this song and its chord progression, and I'm also a huge fan of the vocals on this track, but it's not that strong compared to many of the other tracks on Hail to the Thief. I love the guitar in this song. Tom's vocal is amazing, the short little guitar solo was awesome, the drums are pounding, and just listen to Tom scream during the bridge. This is one of my least favorite songs off of the Bends, but it is pretty interesting lyrically. My favorite part of this song is the climax at the end. It's not the best Radiohead climax, and I think the first half of the song is kind of underwhelming, but it is a pretty good song. I have a soft spot for this song because it was the first Radiohead song I ever heard besides like Creep, and it's a good song, but I do feel like it's a bit disconnected from the rest of the album and also kind of empty. It's the best thing that you ever had, the best thing you've had. Tom hates this song, and I kind of see why, because it is very generic, but I think it's a fine song. I like the melody of this song, and it's a pretty nice listen, but compared to the other songs on Hail to the Thief and even the other songs on this list, this one isn't that amazing. This song is short and sweet, and I think it's fine just the way it is. I love the creepy, unsettling vocals to this song, and it's a very good song with a very weird music video with Tom York Mouse. But I'm a creep. There's a reason this song is as iconic as it is. It's just a great, well-written song. There's nothing special about it, but it is iconic, and I like this song, but definitely not my favorite. I'm actually really surprised at how high Blowout is on this list, and this song is just really good. I love the guitar work, the vocals are amazing, and when the song explodes into the distortion part, oh, it's so good. And Tom's belting after it is just so amazing, and the really insane, distorted, echoey sounding swell at the end is just so intense. A A lot of people think this is one of the best songs off of In Rainbows, and personally, I think this song's a little overrated. I don't think it's very interesting, and I find it hilarious that this is the happiest Radiohead song, but the lyrics are about suicide. This version of Morning Bell is the shit. It is so creepy, and it is also so energetic and just infectious. I love the groove. The chorus is great, the outro is great. Although, like Sulk and Tinker Tailor, I think this song doesn't do a great job at setting up the last track. The song makes sense if you think of it as an interlude, and I like the song fine, but it doesn't leave much of an impact on me. This song goes hard as fuck. A lot of people say this song doesn't belong on OK Computer or it doesn't fit with the rest of the song, but nah, this song fucking slaps. The groove with the cowbell is just so good. This song sounds so cool. I love all the weird effects and drums and synths on it and how danceable this song is. I love how cinematic this song sounds and the claustrophobic mix. It's all just so good. It's a very angry song, and it feels so satisfying when he sings, "We're gonna crack your little souls." I love the weird, paranoid, creepy vibe of this song, and the drums are very weird. I like how the vocals are very unstructured, and overall, this song is really cool. I love the climax of this song, and that opening guitar riff is just so awesome. The song feels so haunting and ominous. I love how it feels as if you're floating on water, similar to a lot of the lyrics. The climax of this song is just euphoric. It feels like you're being shot into the stratosphere. It's so powerful. The song is very beautiful. It sounds so sorrowful, and yet it also sounds a bit optimistic. And speaking of optimistic, this is a great song. The drums sound so powerful. They're just pounding. It sounds so primal and angry. I love the vocals on this song too, and the guitar is just great. This song has a super ambient and hypnotic sound to it, and this song is just so good. I feel like I'm high whenever I hear this song. And this is one of the few songs on the King of Limbs that I don't think is better on the basement version. In fact, I don't think any live version of this song is that great, because it sounds like a completely different song live. And another song I think is better in the studio version off of the King of Limbs is... This song just sounds so good. The melody is very catchy and the chorus is complete bliss. And it'd be remiss of me not to mention the beautiful music video with Tom's dancing. For some reason, this song kind of reminds me of Run 3 and the soundtrack to that game. I do think it takes a little too long to build up, though, but when it finally pays off, it is great. You can basically take what I said about Bloom and apply it here. I love the guitar in it, the lyrics are amazing, and it sounds very pleasant. I love the groove to this song. The bass line is super simple but super catchy. The piano is so fun and the vocals are really good, especially the legendary No times 42. This is a super haunting song. I love the violent, gruesome lyrics, how everything is reversed, and it's a really unique sounding song and it fits very well after hunting bears. Something about this song is just so amazing. It's basically what Pablo Honey was trying to do, but to much greater effect. This is an amazing opener for the bends, and that tremolo piano is just ear candy, and I really love the melody in the chorus. The The song is very somber. I love the dreary piano, and now it suddenly switches into a more optimistic kind of sound when the orchestra comes in and the piano part changes. If there was one complaint I have about this song, it's that I don't really care that much for the outro. It is pretty interesting with the creepy reversed vocal effects, but I don't care for it. I really like this song, and I'm not sure why. It sounds very hopeful, and it reminds me a lot of the song By Starlight by the Smashing Pumpkins, and it's just a really sweet song with a great melody and vocals. This song is super underrated. The chorus is just pure euphoria. It has kind of a Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd feel to it, and it sounds like a triumph, but it also has a bit of melancholy to it too. I think this is one of the band's best openers. That guitar riff in the intro sounds so ominous, and it's just an amazing opener for an amazing album. This song has such an amazing punk-esque sound to it, and the bridge is so soul-crushing yet so sublime. And also, when I first heard the song, I thought at the very end he was yelling, "I see the cookie!" and I still kind of hear it. The song has such an amazing melody, and the drums are so big, and the lyrics are really good, and the bridge/outro to the song is just so fucking great. I really love how aggressive this song is. That bouncing synthesizer is so sharp sounding, it sounds really good, and the lyrics are pure poetry. I think this song is very beautiful. It's a very space-like sounding song, and it's just a great piano ballad, although I wish it took off just a little more. The guitar tone of this song is just so good, and the bluesy riff is just so tasty. It's very catchy, groovy, the drums are very simple yet effective, and the vocals are amazing. This song's rhythm apparently makes a pyramid shape, which is kind of cool, but this song just has an amazing, chilling climax, and the vocals and lyrics are just so depressing. The song sounds very hopeless, and the vocals are just so good, and I love how the guitar and drums are just locked into this clock-ticking kind of rhythm. It's very amazing, and the lyrics are just so dreary. I love the very claustrophobic, panicked sound to this song, and also the bitter and angry lyrics, and Tom's vocal is just amazing. Absolute banger. I love the very outer space kind of sound to this song. It has a really nice hip-hop kind of beat to it, and I also love the very tear-inducing breakdown climax at the end of this song. It is such a depressing track. This is titled the most depressing or saddest Radiohead song, and I think it definitely deserves that title. So far, this is Radiohead's swan song, as it's the last song on their most recent album, which came out almost 10 years ago. And if they never make another album, I think True Love Waits is a great note to go out on. I love the sort of laser-like sound at the very beginning, and the bass line goes so hard, and that brass built out at the end is just very good. This song is so angry. It's about how the band hates Creep and compares it to an iron lung, and when it explodes with a sort of guitar solo, oh, it's so amazing. This, in my opinion, is one of the best closers in all of Radiohead's album, and just like True Love Waits, this is such a depressing piano song. I love the syncopation in the song, and many people prefer the live version, but I think this version is even better. You do it to yourself. This song is just so heavy, and it's so great. I love the guitar and how it ascends. The song was made as like Johnny and Tom trying to fit as many chords as they could into a song, and the climax at the end of the song is great. The song is such a great build-up, with the song's climax with that deep synth bass, and Tom's vocal slowly rising in intensity is just so good. I really love this song. It's one of their best closers. It sounds so frantic and paranoid, and also it's very interesting to hear Tom basically rapping, and the chorus melody is just so awesome. I love the drums to this song. The lyrics are very beautiful, the guitar is very good. I just kind of wish the climax lasted a little longer. Oh my god, the drums on this song just sound so massive. The tambourine and shaker really complement the weird drum pattern. This is probably one of, if not the best vocal from Tom, and the bridge is just magical. Welp, I've angered the entire Radiohead Circle Jerk subreddit by not putting this song at number 1, because this is apparently the most Radiohead song.
That every Radiohead fan and their mother has said that to the point where this song feels like it's overrated.
But besides that, this is a great song. It's very sad. The second verse is a little glimmer of hope. It's just still so soul-crushing, and especially towards the end, the climax and the final verse and chorus, it is just amazing. The song starts out so subdued with only 3 instruments, and somehow it doesn't even feel empty. The vocals are great, and when the song drops into the part with the choir, oh my god. Many people say that this is the best Radiohead opening track, and I almost agree. I love with how it starts weirdly abruptly with that glitchy guitar, and oh my god, when this song explodes, it may just be the most satisfying part in any Radiohead song. To be honest, I kind of feel like No Surprises is a little too overplayed, and it's basically become the new Creep at this point. It's still an amazing song, it's very sad, and it sounds like it's coming from some old radio, and it sounds weirdly nostalgic, even though I didn't hear this song until about 2 years ago. This song is gorgeous. It has such an uplifting and beautiful sound to it, and the ending climax with those strings is so good, and it makes me feel like I'm gonna cry whenever I hear it, and it's now my favorite song on a moon-shaped pool. Now this is Radiohead's best opener. That opening synth part sounds so watery and dreamlike, and it feels like a new beginning of a story, as it was for Radiohead's career. It's just such a unique track in their catalog. This song is very sad, and the lyrics are very powerful, talking about how the superficiality is taking over the world. And Tom apparently broke down crying whilst recording the vocal of this song, which, I mean, to be honest, if I wrote and recorded this song, I'd probably have done the same. Life in a Glass House. This song is just so ominous sounding with its dissonant brass and piano chords. It's a very jazzy song, and when it stops and then abruptly explodes into a whirlwind of brass and Tom's wailing at the end of the song is so fucking good. And when the song ends, it feels like everything has come crashing down. This is just such a heart-stopping listen. This song feels like a shuttle taking off into space, and the song starts out very energetic and catchy, Tom's vocal growing more loose and intense, and the powerful guitars just keep stacking up until eventually the strings come in, and the ending climax of the song is just, it's just pure euphoria. Tom has said that this is their best song, and honestly, it is super beautiful. It is one of my favorites, and the strings are amazing, and the vocals at the end are just beautiful. This is one of the most unique, explosive sounding songs that they've ever done. It sounds almost emotionless, and the frantic paranoia of the song is just so intense. As well as how the song predicted the release of Ice Age.
Also, everyone at least once in their life needs to see this.
I can see the crack in your ass, Johnny.
Oh my god, this song's beautiful. So many people say this is their best song, and whilst I disagree, this song is still just so amazing. The bass line is so groovy and bouncy, and the very light guitar and Tom's very feminine falsetto just sounds so perfect, and the climax of this song is just the greatest thing ever. This song is just so upbeat and energetic. The drums are so laid back, yet very fast and up-tempo. The guitars that phase in and out of sync with each other is just awesome, and the amazing vocals of Tom, and also it feels so euphoric. And then when the song comes back in, it just sounds so cluttered and frenetic and depressing. And speaking of depressing, This is the best Radiohead closer. And also, in my opinion, this is the saddest Radiohead song. Oh my god. This is the only Radiohead song that has actually made me cry. And oh my goodness, that organ is just so depressing, and the vocals are just some of the best that Tom has ever done, in my opinion. And that harp that enters halfway into the song is just so amazing. Finally, we've arrived at number 1, Paranoid Android. This is the song that got me into Radiohead, and I have my friend Atticus to thank for showing me this amazing song. This song is just insane. It's a prog rock suite in 3 or 4 parts, and when the distortion kicks in, oh, I could run through a wall. The guitar solo was so crazy, like who the hell would write that? And then the bridge after it is just so magical. And this song, when it ends, it feels like it should keep going, but it doesn't, which I think is good, and damn, this song is just perfection. Anyways, that is it for my Radiohead ranking. What do you think of this ranking? What do you disagree with? What do you agree with? Yeah, this is my first ranking video. Let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see me do more of these, and yeah, that's about it.
Or it would be if we aren't counting the best Radiohead song, Pop is Dead. Fuck you, Tom, for trying to remove this song from existence. This is the only good song you've ever made in your entire career. Everything else pales in comparison. What's that? OK Computer is like one of the greatest albums of all time in the 90s too? No, that album is garbage. Except for the mermaid titties in the Paranoid Android music video, that was amazing. The song is so amazing. Johnny's 10/4-time guitar solo is so amazing. The drums are so amazing. The lyrics are so amazing. The music video is so amazing. The song is so amazing that Tom is trying to remove the song from existence because it's so amazing. But we got it back because it's so amazing. Please kill me now.